Hello YouTube, the Eye of Stone here, and today we are going to be having a look-see at Day 8 of Thief Deadly Shadows. And yes, it has once again been a ginormously long amount of time since I've been able to get one of these videos made. All I can do is repeat my same long sad old song of an excuse that work sucks. Hopefully not too long of a sad old song. Anyway, we're almost done with Thief Deadly Shadows, and, you know, we're still full speed ahead for the Thief Gold levels, and I may have put this out there already. I want to do so again. I sort of want to get this out there so that it is not too much of a surprise when it happens, although I like surprises. My walkthrough of Thief 4 is going to be very different. My viewers need to understand that very clearly ahead of time. You know, I said I would do it, and I am going to do it, and there's stuff about Thief 4 that I like, and you know, as this is a Thief channel, I sort of have to do it, but I will be finding novel and interesting ways of keeping the Let's Play of Thief 4 fun for myself and hopefully fun for all of you. But, you know, it's like, why would you do this if it isn't any fun? And, you know, obviously the first 3 games are. Thief 4, well, with adjustments, I think it'll be a blast. You know, this format has served the first 3 games well, but for Thief 4 we're going to have to do something different. But anyway, let us jump right into Day 8. Here we go.
We made it out of the cradle. Follow me. I'll take you to the place she buried me. Bring my blood with you.
Oh boy! Who's here? Better fetch me mates for this.
Follow that ghost and sort of run like the wind, but if we run, we'll overtake her. Trailing of...
It's not me you want.
Of course not. Who would want you? That trailing of ectoplasm is trippy. Let's start the restocking process. Any hooded friends? Hopefully they've all been killed, every last one of them. Yes.
I shalt go for help.
Such courage and fortitude. I wonder what would happen if you threw holy water at her. Probably nothing. Down the stairs.
better get someplace soon. I'm starting to lose patience.
So let me make sure I understand that correctly, Garrett. You are hanging out with a ghost as though you even needed it, just about certain proof that there is an afterlife, that death is not the end, and you're running out of patience for the experience. Here's a haunt. Maybe that'll make the experience more interesting for you. Come on. Well, I bled some holy water. That was a little bit inaccurate. Let's see if there's any zombies in here. Let's get where we're going, because Garrett is impatient. Do we have any other friends? Yes, we do. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Let the Book of Names record that on this day did Translator Gamal take the name of Interpreter Gamal and begin to read the prophecies. Let her eyes open to read and to see. Let her tongue speak the words of the glyphs.
I shall see the unseen. I shall speak the truth.
He seems totally unmoved.
That Interpreter Gamal, what's wrong?
Look. No.
Curse her stinking, rotting bones! You think you can snare me, trap me with your secrets? I am secret, kept for decades. You scratch out glyphs and think you have them, but I wear them, drink them, breathe them, know them far better than you. I am glyphs now and for all time.
I'm me again. She can't use it anymore.
Finally, now you see me, my skin, my bone as I am. You will not live to thwart me. I have gathered all I need. Talismans, tomes, artifacts, writings. I have them beyond your grasp. I trace, I discover, I read, and soon I shall come to the last of all glyphs that you seek, stumble, follow, but shall never find. I'm afraid we're going to have to rip a few pages from the Book of Names.
You did it. I knew you would. The Grey Lady, she buried my body here, where no one would ever find it. She put those marks on the grave, so I couldn't leave. Then she made herself look like me. But now the marks are gone, and she can't use my shape anymore. And I'm finally free. Oh, I have to go. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
So Garrett, in this game, I guess really could only make one facial expression. I always liked the scene with him and Orland when he's first given access to the library. That smirk was priceless, but beyond that, the way they made Garrett look in the cutscenes, I don't have a problem with the in-game third-person view so much, but the cutscenes. Meanwhile, Orland just won the Academy Award for the most ignominious leader in the history of the Keeper Order. I think we're just going to go ahead and get topside here, pretty much. There might be some goodies around to harvest, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. Let's see where we're at. Maybe. Hang on. Let's sort of try to top off for cheap, but I don't want to get into it with any more undead. Up the stairs.
Proceed, thief.
Proceed. Let's see. Huh. I guess the zombies must have calmed down. Finally got that situation under control. Okay. There's at least 2 of the holy waters I squandered. Now, things are probably going to be heating up between the pagans and the hammers out here on the streets. I think this is the point in the game where the pagans and the hammers really go to war.
Canst I help? 'Tis the builder's peace now.
Sort of want to start by re-equipping and rearming. You know, we're to the point in the game where we have access to so many areas of the city. There's all.
Oh boy!
I'm here. You'll be all right.
This will be
I seen it! I seen
sweet.
it! I'm not sure what, but I seen it!
Let's look into it.
Anyway, I don't know what they're going after. It might be an enforcer.
Hello? What's the matter with you?
I don't hear any enforcers, though.
Well, I don't know what spooked them, but
Find anything yet? Keep searching.
we've got all this free stuff lying around the city. We might as well go and collect it.
I gotta check it out, but this statue gives me the creeps.
Me too. Of course, I'm surrounded by City Watch. Let's be on our merry way. Let's go visit Carmen.
I knew I would see you today. Call it intuition.
I wonder what else she can use her intuition for. I'm gonna have to visit a fence. Okay, on to Aldale. you know, these nights out on the city streets are, you know, sure, there's little subplots you can move along, and there's, you know, small parts of the main story you can sort of get insight about, and it's, you know, there's quick grabs like this guy here, or there's free goodies to get, but I try to keep the runtime on these down because it's so open-ended, and, you know, if you're not worried about how much resources and money you blow through fooling around, you can... These streets are good areas to just practice the basic skills. That's true. Oh. Let me just see where... Yeah. And I'm famously bad at the torches and Thief 3.
Gone out. Must be a draft.
This is one of those big, heavy-duty gold locks. They slow you down a bit. Okay. Now, you have us to thank for being in business because we brutally murdered Jimmy the Knife. So, I am here to collect your anti-protection bonus. Let's see, what do we got here? Well, gee, if only it were that simple. I should try writing a bunch of letters like that. What do we got here? The Grimalkin Tabby. If it's here, we'll find it. It's another lock. Come on. Okay. Old Baffy. It's probably not overly loose with his money. Whoops. I do believe I just stole that out from under the safe. From the chest. Yay, glitch. Let's see if there's anything in there anymore. Nope. Oh well. For the sake of thoroughness, we will perform what is probably a wholly unnecessary lockpick. Let's see. Okay. Now, in a prior video, I pointed this out. We couldn't get in here yet, but this is handy right here. You can use this to bypass a great amount of annoyance here in Alldale. Especially once the canal gets drained, which we're doing.
If I were going to complain about anything, which I ain't, I'd say I got myself a just about perfect thing going.
We're going to drain that canal very soon here.
Lady Witch, or whatever she is. She must live around here too.
Okay. Let's go back out the way we came. So, that's Fogarty's. Now that right there is going to be important in the final mission, in the final sequence. I won't try to explain it too much now, but that right there is going to be a key location in the final part of this game.
Observe of some commoners.
Okay, let's not run afoul with him. Let's thin the ranks just a bit. Measured application of force, as described in the Thief 2 manual. Back when games had manuals. Hard copy manuals. Gonna be coming here pretty soon too. Big level. Let's go see what our Green Z friends are up to.
Lucy Lord.
You know who this is. This is Diane we're standing right in front of. Semi-major character in the overall,
Takes the dirts from your eyes.
No. Where are these?
Did you hear, Z? Diane B's having more visionings.
About them hammerheads. They bees deaded Sandalwood and her bunch yesterday. I bees will feed her on them fleshes.
Yes, them hammerheads, but of other things too, like them cityhead Garrett. And something that be's unnatural, close by, near them canals.
Unnatural? What bees you mean?
Bees I not know, but bees worser than a hammerhead. Worser than anything.
Worser than a hammerhead? How bees you know?
Because I bee saw Diane's face after her visioning.
well, let's see. That's charming. I am forgetting something. And we're not going to be able to get that canal drained until I remember what it is. We need to have a conversation with Diane, who is standing outside. Anyway, she's Victoria's right-hand woman, semi-major character, depending upon how you want to look at it. I mean, technically a minor character, but a major pagan. Well, no.
Bloody hell!
Whoops.
Who's the...
Well, it was worth a try. I just couldn't get a usable angle on him. I couldn't get Garrett to raise
You
the
know,
gun.
I have a tailor friend. I only mention it because of your current attire.
Why do I like this guy? He's...
I'm not gonna give you a speech about quality versus quantity. Not when you've brought such a quantity of quality goods.
I can't help it. I like this guy. And, you know, he's usable in the game for, what, all of 3 missions? But he's my favorite fence. You know, he's not a bad Edward G. Robinson impersonation or Curly Howard's 7th cousin or just a nasty, bitter old lady. He's actually pleasant to do business with. Well, I'm forgetting something. And let's wander around aimlessly until I figure out what the hell I'm doing here. trying not to get caught. If nothing else, I've got other loot to dispose of. At least I think I do. I might actually have gotten rid of almost everything. I certainly have more money than I did.
Thou shalt regret thy trespass.
Just like that. Just like that. Friendly fire, bro. Yeesh. That took a piece of me. Looks like he wasted the pagan shaman.
Good evening.
Bah, humbug.
Kind of crammed.
I don't know, Garrett. Something about you and that hood. Now, this is a lot of stuff. I should know. I've been in this business a long time. Not that I'm old, mind you, but, oh, you don't want to hear me go on. Just tell me if I talk too much. Anyway, you really know how to rob 'em, Garrett.
Goodbye, Bertha.
Let's get out of here.
Say, Garrett, you got a sec? Could you sign something for a friend of mine? Sort of an autograph kind of thing? Her name's Marla, too, just by coincidence. Anyway, she's just wild about me actually knowing you, but you're busy right now, I see. You hear about that feller they found dead? Well, I say feller, but all that was left was some bones and a bit of gore. Never mind. You don't want to hear that stuff.
Sounds like you...
You hear about that feller they found dead?
Sounds like you do want to hear about it. You're creepy. Alright, let's...
Thanks for coming in. Hey, Garrett. Hey, did you know...
No, I did not. Alright. The trick now is gonna be to stay out of trouble until I can get the next mission started. Oh. Well. We have a street full of dead bodies.
Tis your blood wilt be shed now.
Thou shalt regret thy trespass.
It's a total pandemonium out here. Okay, let's just take the back way. Let's not just tiptoe over here.
For the best prices.
Hi there.
Yeah, obviously I have to go see the keepers and learn that Gamal has trashed the place. I knew I was coming here for a reason. I just am too senile to remember what it was. Obviously I can't drain the canal unless I know that that's probably where Gamal is.
Did this. Looks like we've got a new target for those assassins.
Yes, but unfortunately the enforcers are quite ineffectual against her.
So what are you gonna do?
She's found the final glyph.
Final glyph?
The last of all glyphs. It's a very powerful weapon. She will undoubtedly
activate it, and in doing so, wreak untold suffering and also ensure her complete invulnerability for all time.
Keeper Orland, the treasures are gone. Gamal has taken the chalice and the paw.
Gone? The artifacts? Then it was Gamal who wanted them, not Kataka. You see, I received these notes that... I thought that they were from Kataka, until they kept coming, even after she was dead.
It appears we have made things easy for Gamal. But what does she intend to do with the artifacts?
There is no way to know, except she must have a hidden lair, some place where she has taken our missing books.
You could find it, Garrett. A thief could find it.
Her lair? Yeah, I have an idea where it might be.
Then you must go. Go now and kill her.
If only you could find a way to destroy the final glyph. Make sure it can never be activated.
Let me see if I've got this right. You want me to find Gamal's lair, learn what she wants your treasures for, kill her, and find and destroy this final glyph? Anything else?
How dare you act so high and mighty?
Enough speeches, Orland. You've already had your turn.
Yet, there is truth in his words. A sequence of events was started when you stole the chalice and the paw. The glyphs did warn us.
Right. Glyphs. As if I could forget.
Damn. Rather rough end to that cutscene. Okay. So now, perhaps Diane will ordain to speak to me about getting that canal drained. And as was just covered in that conversation, we are now going to Gamal's lair to steal back the chalice and the paw. At least in theory. Just play it nice and quiet. No resources or health potions wasted. Gotta keep fully stocked.
Oh, it's just another stinking drunk. Look at the shabby waist.
Boy, you know you're doing something right when women talk about you like that. That comment of hers, I'd love to just, like, put that in a solid gold frame with diamond glass. Now, old apartment building is kind of troublesome. How are we doing? Probably good to go. Just gonna be a little bit OCD about going through the motions. Force of habit. When you've been doing this since 2004, there's probably a neurological tick to make you want to do it. Come on. It's not usually this much of a pain in the ass, though.
Here's a copper for you.
Okay.
peasants. Who needs them?
If I was going to make a Thief FM, I think it would be Garrett hunting Ezio through the streets of the city. That is assuming that Ezio could even survive long enough for Garrett to hunt him down. You'll never see it on the Eye of Stone, but I have spent a significant portion of my free time over the last, 10 years or so on Assassin's Creed. Mainly the earlier ones, because I've never had a system for the newer ones, but 1, 2, 3, Brotherhood. You know, unlike Thief, I basically consider my time with Assassin's Creed to have been time stolen. You know, you wake up one day and you realize it's just all meaningless completionist tasks. You know, I certainly would not want to, at this late stage, well, for a second, so this is our gold practice lock. We bought it from Carmen prior to last mission, so if I sit here and twiddle with it, going forward, our pick time on gold locks will be reduced. So I'm just gonna sit here and mess with this. Anyway, I'm not trying to start anything with the Assassin's Creed people, but I do see, and never mind the fact that some of the people who worked on Assassin's Creed allegedly worked on Thief 4. That's what I've heard. I mean, I'm assuming it's true. Maybe it isn't. But, even in the first Assassin's Creed game, I don't think it's so much that Assassin's Creed was directly inspired by Thief, but maybe some of the tropes, if you will, that Thief introduced to the gaming world in a very, very nebulous, generalized sense. Assassin's Creed at its best maybe touches upon some of those, like using rooftops, a high degree of acrobatics, specialized tools. That does, and this was sort of on display in Thief 4 in kind of the same way. When you give the player a bunch of expensive toys to buy, and when those toys actually are somewhat efficacious, that does tend to give a game a high degree of replay value, and that is a positive of Thief 4 and of Assassin's Creed. There's a lot about Assassin's Creed I like. It's just, I think Assassin's Creed is an interesting story, but the repetitiveness and the banality of the gameplay kind of sneak up on you. And my music just went out. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, Garrett is a character I relish playing. Ezio is a character that I am annoyed to play because those games, half the time, you are trying to get him laid. And he's a spoiled prince of a ham who can't even take the adventure he's having. I don't know. I'm not going to rail. That was my... I don't often rant in these videos, but I guess it's the weather. It's freezing cold and dark here in San Luis at the moment. Let's see. Just running through a mental checklist. I have this terrible sensation that
Bit of an odd one.
You have no idea, lady. I just have this odd sensation like I'm forgetting something. that like there's something you're supposed to do, or that there's something I could get before I go into that canal that would make it really easier. I'm just trying to figure out, but I'll just say screw it. We gotta get on where we're going.
Wouldn't mind a bit of ale, right? Oh, not again.
No. Let's go by route of the docks. The shortest way. Let's definitely not go to the right.
Before me.
Oops.
There. Something.
Nothing.
Nothing. Must have been an echo. Evening, officer.
Nothing. Relax. We've got a long night ahead of us.
Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Of course, this is pretty brightly lit, but maybe I can... Maybe these beams here have sufficient thickness that once he starts moving. Probably not, though. I'm probably just stuck waiting. Alright, now we go. We're going. Come on, R2.
I should have told
We're going.
Then and there. Yeah, I'll do it.
For real?
Twice that amount, not a dime less.
Loose. I said loose. Pull back all the way or your shot will not have full power. Knock an arrow and draw back the string.
Keep your hands to yourself, ruffian.
Careful, they're ruffled. This is one of those situations where things can go very wrong very quickly. You either behave or you don't.
Evening? Oh, very well. Very well indeed.
Now let's go. Okay. Had to read this. There was one thing I was forgetting to do. Now she'll probably talk to us. Just gonna have to wait.
I think the deep green is more flattering to my complexion. It says, this is a man to be reckoned with. A man of weighty thought and serious tone.
Well, the pagans will like your green. Alright. Now I just want to see.
Get him. No. Webbies.
Oops.
Get him.
There we go. Little kibbles and bits. Alright.
Him bees them honey, them jacksberry.
Bees, I had a visioning, Garrett. You wanting to find her them abomination. Yes? You bees needs it then, my amulet. It bees opens them vines.
Takes you Diane's
that
amulet,
guards you
Garrett.
them man fools.
Bees will it helping you with them vines that seal the
Takes
city
it.
head pump house by them
Bees
canals.
earned it.
Now, if you people talk over each other, I can't hear you.
Understanding how powerful
But
bees as pagans.
boy,
Useless bees, they builderings and bricks.
just like the first time. Having learned nothing apparently, the pagans are again taking a pounding in their attempt to take over the city. Or whatever it
He's
is.
staring, Garrett?
Yes.
Bees careful you not loses your both eyes.
This is an important character. Of course we have to stare. Give us a kick, Diane. Those numbers on that report were not good. The two of you are up to something. Okay. Now, let's go in here and drain the water. Very reminiscent of the first Haunted Cathedral mission. They got it right with this room. Okay, let's see what there is to see around here. Okay. Just make sure we're not missing anything new. I don't think we are. But I was wrong. We were missing something. That's why we check. And with that, I will be seeing everybody back again sooner, as in much sooner than last time, for Gamal's Lair.